Okay, thank you. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Gordon.
Hello.
Hazel's dad.
Hello.
Also known as Pops, Baldy, Blue Nose, Bantu. Don't ask about that one. And more often these days, the grumpy old git. As father of the bride, it's my privilege to make the first speech. I'm not very good at this anyway. Somebody should tell me that, or tell my niece that it's a privilege, because I'm very nervous and quite emotional. Firstly, I want to say what a wonderful service that was, and that's what I've written down. But I think it was a bit more than that, really. It was fantastic, wasn't it? It really was. And how stunning my beautiful daughter looked. I'm particularly happy now, as I've been worrying for some time that with 3 of us walking down the aisle, I may have ended up marrying Paul. Thankfully, it never happened. I make no apology, everyone. As most of you know, I do like to talk a bit, and I'm not going to miss this opportunity to speak without interruption for an hour. And I promise not to talk about the blues promotion hopes for more than about 20 minutes of that hour. But I don't always keep my promises. This is the part of the wedding that I suspect Hazel is dreading the most. What is Dad going to say about me? Nothing too bad, mate. I remember not long ago being told by Hazel and Kevin, we're not going to get married, Dad. Then it was, well, if we do get married, it'll only be a small do. Then, Dad, we're going to have a proper wedding and reception, but don't worry, there won't be any speeches. But I soon talked him out of that idea. What, no speeches? Ooh, no. On behalf of Jackie, Paul and myself, I'd like to welcome Betty and Colin, their family and friends, and to our family and friends, to join us in celebrating Hazel and Kenny's very special day. I said Kenny. Hazel and Kenny's very special day. I'd also like to take a moment to remember Ernie. Hazel's granddad. He doted on all his grandchildren. And I'm sure he's looking down on us now as I speak, sharing in the pride I feel. I would like to add to my first toast friends and families from around the world who've been unable to make it today. I knew this wasn't going to be easy. To know that, and to those no longer with us, and so let's remember them too on this special occasion, and if everyone would raise their glasses to absent friends. You have to wait a minute. When I first thought about today and all this, I was quite worried about it. It's actually been pretty easy, really. All I had to do was say, Jackie and Paul, how the hell are you going to afford all that? I've contributed with the odd suggestion, you know. I could have got the skates up for 50 quid. Surely your house is big enough for the reception. And sausage rolls, buy one, get one free this week. As the proud father of the bride, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank, in particular, Paul. He's done a great job with both of my girls. He's always been there for them. And for me, for that matter. And for that, I'm very grateful. And Jackie's part is, of course, legendary, isn't it? I'd have been there all night talking about her. You want me to? So, I'll move on to the youngest of my two beautiful daughters, Hazel. I clearly remember the hours of the 12th of January 1983. That's right, wasn't it? Watford Hospital. I was having an £8 baby girl, which I thought was quite reasonable because I was asking 12 quid for the boys. That week's #1 in the hit parade pop pickers was the very aptly named You Can't Hurry Love by a bloke who looks a bit like me. And isn't it great? 23 years later she's found it. It's also interesting to note that the song that was #1 when Kevin was born was Wake Me Up Before You Go Go. There have been a few milestones along the way, including trips to the local casualty department. Hazel had, you should take no notice of the Grange Hill just say no policy, warning children not to follow the same path as Zamo. She thought that snorting jewellery beads off her nose was a great idea. Thankfully, the doctors at the local hospital thought differently, and they eventually removed it. Hazel also does tend, that's for the northern family that's not near it either. Hazel does tend to be a bit accident prone, and there have been two occasions when she's fallen in a public place for no apparent reason. Bang! She's hit the ground without warning. Thankfully, third time lucky, she fell for Kevin, and just as well, he caught her. It was a good catch, Kev. Now before me I see an independent, attractive, elegant, stunning young woman. But I'm going to talk to her later. My daughter Hazel, who I think you will agree is the image of her father. Unfortunately, she's also inherited some of my less endearing family or Mercer family characteristics, some of which were reflected in her school reports, which I've took a few out. Here we go. She needs to listen carefully and read instructions, as she often gets the wrong idea. Very demanding and unable to work on her own. Very immature behaviour in lessons, including singing, shouting out, and generally not acting in a sensible way. Often too busy talking and distracting others to really concentrate on what she's doing. This is the one. Has become less wild in games, which has improved the safety of others in the class. I still can't believe that. I don't know what that's about. And we don't mention the letter home from the head teacher about the firearm accident or incident in year 9. Now, romance could have blossomed at a much earlier age for Hazel, which when she was still at primary school. During her 10th birthday party, for some reason, Hazel was in the spare room with a friend. Now, Kevin, there's a warning in this little story about what action needs to be taken later, or should we say, Hazel becomes somewhat over-amorous tonight. Hazel's friend, like a rabbit caught in the car's headlights, felt the only course of action available to him was to stop Hazel's advances was to pick up a marine distress flare, belonging to the family's boat, and fire it in the newly decorated room. Yes, yet another newly decorated room, of which there's been loads. The flare is, as you know, designed to alert other shipping and the Coast Guard in a 5-mile radius. However, in a spare room bedroom situation in deepest Kings Langley, it only had the effect of alerting Jackie and the other guests to the incident, and the party moving upstairs en masse to a hazy orange room where Hazel and her friend had certainly been dangoed. All three of us, that's Jackie, Paul and I, are truly delighted that Hazel has chosen someone the family likes so much to be her partner. And it's a pleasure, Kevin, to welcome you to our family. I wrote this last night. Now, we don't feel we're losing a daughter, more that we're gaining a builder, handyman, painter, decorator, patio layer, talented footballer, highly skilled golfer. No, I think golfer's right, actually. Highly skilled golfer. He could have been a professional, you know. Seriously, we wouldn't wish for our daughter to have met and married a nicer man than Kevin. It's true. I must say that I had a strange first impression of Kevin when I first met him when I was working in the shop in Rompin Toms. I thought it strange, this skinny lad, he kept returning to the shop often, you know, and on one morning he came in on 4 separate occasions to buy bacon, butties, crisps, chocolate bars, sweets. You name it, Kev bought it. He used to lay out the shop with his arms full. Greedy bastard, I thought. And this continued over a period of a few weeks. Oh dear. He seemed very reluctant to make eye contact with me or any other member of the staff who offered to serve him. Then I came to realise it was Hazel, not his stomach, that was causing him to return to the shop. On what soon became what appeared to be an hourly occurrence. And despite all the food consumed, it still took Kevin to get Hazel to get Kevin's number and for her to ring him, so I understand. So there's a not very good kid, really. I consider myself very fortunate to have the opportunity. Let me know.
He's using his shirt.
Anyway, I consider myself very fortunate to have the opportunity to work alongside her in our shop. She always managed to make the most of her talents and days. She's used her skills and abilities and threw herself wholeheartedly into the business. Her humour and cheerfulness came to the fore on many occasions. But she also had some great organisational and business ideas on how to make the firm more effective. She sacked her dad. Incidentally, a bit later, if you see Hazel and Kevin sneaking off to their room, sadly, it's not they can't keep their eyes off each other, it's they'll be off to watch the final of Big Brother. Hazel actually has been into Big Brother for many years, actually, since she was about 4, and Dad became the first person evicted from the house. I wasn't too sure about that, but it's alright. I'm very proud of her achievements and success. Hazel's always brought happiness into our lives. And I'm sure this will continue to Kevin's. Now Kevin, I'm not the best person in the world to give advice on marriage. But here I go anyway. Don't go to bed on an argument. Stay up all night. Talk about your worries. Listen to both sides of the argument and points of view. And then decide Hazel was to all along. Now, Kevin, if you ever lose Hazel in a crowd, just start talking to the nearest attractive female, and Hazel is bound to appear at your side immediately. And when Hazel asks you, "How do I look?" your reply will be, no darling, your bum does not look big in that. And that's a little message also for Theo. He's here somewhere, yeah. When Hazel and Kevin stood together earlier and she spoke those magic words, I do, I realised it was one of the few times in her life that she actually agreed to do something without question. And I'm also pleased to extend a huge welcome to the Swedish branch of the family. We're so pleased you could be with us today. And even though our football team has had no success against you for about 40 years, as the saying goes, if we can't beat them, join them, and thanks very much, it's a good effort. But just a suggestion before when you return, could you please send us a few less Svens and a few more Ulrikas? Could you do that? That would be great if you could. It's also great to see Kevin and Nalette here today. A trip to America is it's no easy undertaking these days, and a big thank you to you. Sadly, the Australian part of the family can't make it. After inviting us over to attend a typical Aussie wedding a couple of years ago, they were very much looking forward to sampling a traditional English one to give them in common. But due to a family illness, they haven't been unable to make the long journey, so they've sent us their love and the best wishes along with this little message. And then an ugly woman apparently walks into a bar with her 2 kids. The shopkeeper asks, are they twins? No, she says with pride, he's 9 years old and she's 7 years old. Why, do you think they look alike? No, he replies, I'm just amazed you've been shagged twice. And that apparently was voted Australia's best joke. So perhaps it's as well I couldn't make it today. Nearly done. When when Helen and Hazel were little, I would write catchy poems in their cards. Catchy, cringe-making poems in their cards, probably. But for some reason, they never fully appreciated my poetic skills. So see what you think. When Hazel worked so hard in rumbling tongues, she noticed her dad just twiddled his thumbs. Into a shop walked a lad called Kevin. I bet Hazel thought she'd gone to heavy. Alright. Their eyes met over a bacon butty. For your ears, what happened next is much too smutty. But as you see, the story has a happy ending, and it's from all of us, our love we're sending. Oh, I think that's a classic myself. I've nearly done, And finally, on behalf of Jackie and Paul, Betty and Colin, I would like you to stand and thank you for sharing this special day with us. And I'd like you to join me in the toast to wish the new Mr. and Mrs. Smith all the luck in the world and a long and happy life together. The bride and groom. Thank you very much.